What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Those One Bros. I'm that one bro, Cody, continuing to play Doki Doki Literature Club. And apparently, when I left to get water in the last episode, I came back and everything was broken. I don't know what happened. It's the whole recording. Everything was broken. Luckily, it must have broken when I came back, or something, or while I was gone, because I came back, I put my headset on, everything was stupidly loud, and it wasn't recording my voice. So out of fear, I was like, oh man, I better stop everything and make sure that everything got recorded. And it did, thankfully, but what didn't happen was apparently I wasn't recording game audio. So depending on if I can either figure out how to fix that, or if I can just get background music from somewhere, the first episode might not have game audio, which is alright because they don't talk. That's why it's reading everything. It's mainly just music, so just be really quiet with me talking, reading this script. But I'm back. We're gonna pick up where we left off. Hopefully I don't have any more mishaps. I didn't think this game would be that hard to record, but apparently I was super wrong. So I'm going to go into here, I'm going to hit load game, I'm going to click this profile. Okay, you can use the skip button to fast forward to hit X. Alright, that's great. So we're right back up where we left off, so let's get into it. Surreal horror is often... We already read this. I hate horror! Well, I hate you because you're not very fun. Oh, why is that? Oh, I'm a big baby. I'm a little bitch. Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. I should have read that in Mario's voice. Never mind. Oh, you don't want to seem like a massive fucking coward in front of me. I already know, it's okay. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Oh, my heat turned on. I hope nobody can hear that. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say that loud! I give that back! Fine. Aha! Your cupcakes! Your poems! Everything you do is just as cute as you are! Kaori slides up behind Natsuki and pats her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Look at that fucking face. I hate those fucking eyes. That's great. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? Damn, you are a bitch. I think that's impressive. No, I don't. Don't say that. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like... Oh. You wouldn't like that? Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Oh man, guilty. That's a guilty face. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I want to read everybody's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Oh, awkward moment. Gay baby born. Guess did it again. Okay! I have an idea, everyone! Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Goddammit. Let's all go home and write a poem aloud. And next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Um, um. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Top? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. Hey, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Somebody may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and wow, everybody got super fucking sad. What the fuck? Lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Okay, why do you care? You fucking don't like me to begin with. But I'm sorry, I thought. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. I mean, the door is in this direction. Don't need defenses when you're not in the room. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Man, you are a fucking bitch. Give me your balls. You don't deserve them. You might as well start wearing a skirt to school. Just gave in because 4 pretty girls like that you all dejected. What if you would have went to that Dragon Ball club and there were pretty girls in there? Then you would have found a girl that likes Dragon Ball like you, and it would have been a good time. But no! One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Dory wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment! If you really just came for cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Damn. Call this out. It's the only reason why I was here was free cupcakes. Then, that makes it official! Welcome to the Literature Club! Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone! I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share! Monica looks over at me once more. Top! I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, look man, this is what you gotta do. You gotta find some freelance poem guy on the internet, take his poem, change a couple words so it relates to you, and just do that, and you'll seem like a genius. Promise you, will work. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Tab, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Soria and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Probably not, but you got 4 ladies. So I guess that was my makeup for it. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. This better not be a fucking dating simulator. If it is, I'll turn it off immediately. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, so this is how I choose the girl I want to go after. Anime. Doing it. Death. Lone. Dazzle. Cheer. Excitement. Entropy. Kiss. Suicide. I'm gonna click on these. We're gonna talk about anime and excitement. Essence, secret and marshmallow, lollipop, pure landscape, massacre, atone, portrait, bop. How is this making a poem? This doesn't make sense. Anime, I can't even remember the second one I picked, and I just fucking picked it. We're going with secretive. Kitty! She like that. Electricity. Destiny, bubbles, vanilla, anger, clouds, giggle, sing, flower, prayer, spinning. I don't know. All these sound kind of dumb. Anger, let's be edgy. Email, breathe, heartbeat, playground, kawaii. Fickle, rain cloud, tragedy, family. Let's do tragedy. Vitality, ambient, fear, hope. Let's do fear. Saturday, dream, ribbon, sunny. Crimson. Cage, clumsy, silly, disaster, headphones, vertigo, horror, horror. Hair, flee, hurt, after image technique. Cry, summer, lipstick, peaceful, skipping, do after image. Philosophy, holy shit, I forgot how to read. Happiness, childhood, grief, disown, bliss, unstable, disarray, climax. Let's do philosophy. Promise, sugar, nature, sunset, lucky, extreme. Let's do defeat. Always need some defeat in there. Can't have a comeback without defeat. Frightening. Unrestrained. I like that. Explode, anxiety, blanket, tears, feather, unending, sparkle, bad, fireflies. What? Explosions! Doki Doki! Why does Doki Doki just make me think of like just pulling down my pants and just shitting on the floor? Maybe it's just me. Fantasy. Insight. Raindrops are nice. Hi again, Tab. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tab. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Fuck you! I hate you! I hope you die first. No one's probably gonna die, but if someone dies, I hope it's you. Sorry, told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I won't see the end of what? The club? If I don't take you seriously, you'll just never let me leave? Natsuki, you certainly had a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Oh, sorry. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. like his literature, his words. It's like reading a comic.
Don't worry, guys. Rob always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Don't worry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. That's so insulting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Damn, he's gonna come up in here and roast this girl. Like, bitch, that's because you stupid as fuck.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Tom can become good friends too. So sorry.
Oh, that was me. So, bitch. Ellipses. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation you just put me into.
Oh, yeah, even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori!
What you got?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
But never mind.
Where the fuck did your eyes go? Where the fuck did your eyes go?
The hurry made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation like the hero I am. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy, no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
You. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
So that means the only time the book's gonna be opened is when I'm on the fucking toilet. No, everyone settled in. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Sorry, I died for a minute. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me, when that she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She seeks another glance at me and our eyes almost meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. More of this sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. Well, I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
I want her to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
So when I read it, you knew what the fuck you were talking about. Don't lie. I know. I understand. I would probably not do the same thing. I'd be too lazy. I would just spark notes it. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Because one's cursed. Damn it, I'm fucked.
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
So you went out of your way to buy me this book. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but it's decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well,
She hasn't read the fucking book before. Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There is an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front. Illuminati confirmed!
alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere. Just talking about horror shit yesterday. What the fuck you mean? Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Top?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just
that those kings of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you were related to the protagonists, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their own one-sided morals interfere with their villain's plans. Murdering, aren't they? Not again! I'm sorry!
don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. I'm kind of losing interest, so I hope this thing kind of picks up. I don't really like games where I just read.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing from my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
Alright, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I'll quickly retrieve the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
Sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. No, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. My throat fucking blows hard fucking cock, what the hell? I'm cutting that out. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
So sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? A little too much, actually.
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Ha 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 ha! So funny! Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. This is escalating quickly, like... Man, I hope something interesting happens. Or I might not even upload this.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here. Oh my god, we got a new scene! The scene actually changed! Oh my god! Innovation at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Scene changing, different art. Oh my goodness. Would never expected something like this. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after. Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It actually kind of distracted me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Eh?
Return the page.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I thought you meant to fuck. Like, I thought you meant get down with sex. I think I got a bit distracted there for a second. Yeah, just a little bit. I glance over at Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes this page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. With them gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
You remain silent for a moment. But Tab.
That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
Wow!
Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone.
Thank God, it's somebody else.
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. You might not have enough time for way too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I also do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, I wrote the fucking poem. Relaxation ends. Oh, I gotta do something embarrassing. I couldn't find inspiration since I've never done this shit before.
Oh, I was ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait.
Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is one of the wrinkled sheets of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Loose leaf. What the fuck? She wrote it on a leaf? Okay. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself, pulling out my shit poem. Who should I show my poem first? Look, I get choices. This one. Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted her to know I'm putting in effort.
Hi, Top. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
You're good, quite a bit. My way is that you're doing everything. You're having these suggestions for the club, like new activities and things we can do better. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to break things up, okay? I'll keep that.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway,
Want to share your poem with me?
kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Dad. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Dad. I was going all in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical.
Probably not.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
Most people do. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's the way to do it, buddy. Make sure that everybody thinks shit of you. So when you actually do something great, you blow them away. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair.
It's called strategy.
Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing is full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and drag words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the
Word.
It can't take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Or never really has, so
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. But don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah!
Ahaha.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because you sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction. Spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I'll peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel blind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. That was great. So what do you think? It's very freeform. Is that what you call it? I'm not really into the right person. I'm not really the right person to be asking feedback.
Ah, it's okay. Yeah, that's the kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting an emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influenced my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening!
Swiper, no swiping. We'll just go up the list.
Yay!
As Yuri reads the poem, I noticed her eyes lighten.
Exceptional!
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. That face is so creepy. You gotta stop making your eyes disappear. I can't handle it. He's going to hate me.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I being so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? The use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly and looks at my poem again.
Oh, I know that! I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I've recognized in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different styles and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else on the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Biased how?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
No, you shouldn't. You're absolutely right.
It's fine.
I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do.
I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. I fucking hate this. I can't read cursive. God damn it, dude. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight you have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. What?
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? Wasn't thinking about that at all.
It takes a long time to read.
Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. Thanks.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. This is our first time sharing. I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost theory?
Phew. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Top.
Really? I must have totally missed the point. Why don't you explain it to me? What was this poem about? Can it be something interesting? Because honestly, I'm really losing interest.
Well, I suppose we did only glance over it after all. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's deep. What the fuck? That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. It's more. Oh my god.
I hadn't even thought.
I haven't even. Oh my god. Fuck me. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so.
Nah. Mine was shit. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I'm so nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Tab.
Me too. I want to keep doing my best for my best. Or for myself. Natsuki.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
Thanks. That's a little blunt.
Oh, excuse me? It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So
basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
I love it. This is the best one so far. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. That was great. That was best one. That's my favorite one right there, actually. That's about my level of quality of poems.
Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it.
I like it. I actually did like that one. Just because it made me laugh.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard! Like in this poem! Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand, I get it. Oh yeah, I get it. See people succeed, or when you feel like you're at like a stale place, like you're stuck. It's disheartening, it discourages you, but you gotta keep trying. If you don't push yourself to catch up to those people, you'll just be stalemated. I don't know why I'm giving this person advice, she's not real. Anyways.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. That helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Look at that cocky attitude.
I'm glad you learned something. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh, bestie!
This is a good poem, Tom. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. Well, that's why you impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really are part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Yeah, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Tom. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying to do things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay, blowjobs every day! No, I'm kidding.
Yay! My ass is bleeding! Now you read my poem too, right? Hey, spit all over it! Don't worry, I'm really bad at this!
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh, it got me! Oh, man! Oh, man! Oh, Sayori. This is a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Double me! I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially the last line.
I'm a negative terrorist.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
That was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah. But next
time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever!
Well, I guess I look forward to it. No, I don't. Don't say shit like that. You don't mean it. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. I was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Because everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper showing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah,
Thanks. Yours is cute. You? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really did come out nice at all. I do have a couple of suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I wanted to ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. They really liked it. And Tom did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the effort, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly interesting. Which I haven't yet. And Tom liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh! Didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Why did the music change?
Just not what
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Tom appreciates my voice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? I really know he didn't appreciate my voice more. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you're not what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew as I was being as soon as Tom started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... Just a little obvious! I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Tom, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would have happened in the first place. What's the point in making a poem so convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Let me explain it to her, Tom! Oh, wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You must understand that, right, Tom? Wow!
How'd I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't know, you need to get yourself out, dude. You need Alt F4, you need to Control Alt Delete, you need to hit the escape button. I don't know, man, you gotta do something. not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Decisions. Help me! Man, I don't know. Fuck, dude. Okay. So, pink hair girl thinks that being simple and short, simple and sweet. I mean, they both have their usefulness. Writing is just a style. It doesn't matter how you get your messages across, as long as you get your message across. This is a fucking pointless argument. I don't care. Help me. Natsuki. Expression so offensive they can't bring anything to say. Sorry! Ah! Yeah! Everyone is fighting! Everyone is fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel this way? Tom! Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their feelings into our conflict. Yeah, that's what Sayori wants to tell you that what a stuck-up jerk she's being. Dude, never. It's your training that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, yay! You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's films are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone is so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful! Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader. I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I can't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, to be fair, it's not my fault that I didn't say anything. There was no middle point for me to pick from. And, well, I guess there was. It was me calling on somebody else, but... yeah. I just didn't really have the ability. Well, guess it just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get hurt. Get herself hurt. Can't fucking read. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Okay, everyone. About time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, mostly. Tom, how about you? Yeah, it's the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow! No, we won't! And maybe you've learned something from your friends too!
Your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With my luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Dad, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Ehehe.
Sayori beams at me. Truly has been a while since Suri and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. Wanted your opinion, that's all. Jeez, relax. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Yeah. You know, Tom. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. I think seeing you along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun!
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. For being friends with everyone is nice, but do we really need to stop there? Yeah. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. Pat Sayori on the shoulder. I'd say that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an eternal monologue sometimes.
Okay!
Yeah. Let's do this. Alright, I'm gonna save it here, guys. We'll begin the next episode with this thing. But leave a like if you liked it. Leave a comment below of how you're enjoying this series. It seems like it's just a dating simulator visual novel thing. I don't know. I heard there was more into it. I'm gonna keep playing a little bit, see if things spark up, and if not, I'll probably just finish it just to finish it. But as far as it's going right now, it's kind of really hard to take this game seriously, and it kills my fucking throat. But I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.